Welcome to Larry's Lounge, all my fellow loungers, chillers, ballers, and grillers.
Going with the classic.
Yeah, I figured I had to do it. It's been such a long time, right? Now, we're doing a setup kind of video showing you what we're going to do because we're going to be pranking Joe.
Yep.
So me and Tom, we decided, first of all, I want to give shout out to whoever came up with this idea because Tom was telling me about it. He read it in the comment section and they said something about we should do that balloon dart challenge with water.
Yeah. It was a really good idea.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, that is a good idea. So what we're doing now is we're rigging it up. So we're taking that idea that somebody gave Tom and we're changing it a little bit. Because what we're doing here is I have the cardboard in the house. And usually when I'm setting up for the dart game, I usually put this on the fence. I usually like either screw it to the fence or staple it to the fence. But there's a chance of thunderstorms today. So I don't want to have it out there and then totally just ruin everything.
Yeah.
So hopefully the thunderstorms, like we can get this challenge in because all Joe's going to know is we're doing a challenge, another dart challenge, except for there's going to be less balloons. But it's going to be a water challenge, so, you know, that should work.
Yeah, it's supposed to balance out, right?
Yeah, so I figured we could hook it up in here and I weave rope around here. So we'll just put these over the fence like that to hold it up.
Okay.
That'll be fine. So what I
didn't think of that earlier.
Huh?
I didn't think of that with like the other boards.
No, I did think of it. I just didn't feel like doing it. But now I feel like doing it.
Okay.
Or took my time to do it. Only because there was never really a chance of thunderstorms like this. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So I blew up 12 balloons. Notice I blew them up extra big this time so that they're easier to pop.
Yeah.
It's some small ones, like when they deflated, that when they would bounce off and almost take a toe out.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. We're going to be playing at flip-flops, so we got to be careful.
That is true.
So what I have is I wrote down, I got my papers here. So what it is you hit a balloon, you pop it, whatever it says behind the balloon is what you're going to have to do. Right? So, like for instance, if somebody popped this one, it's Joe, 1 bucket. That means Joe gets a bucket of water over his head.
Right.
However, if Joe hits this one, because if Joe's going to be it's going to be under the pretense that there's different names under all these.
Yeah.
But in reality, guys, if you look at all these pieces of paper, it's only Joe.
That it is.
Yeah. So the problem's going to be is there's 12 balloons. So if Joe, you know, if he thinks to, you know, something like, hey, we just popped 4 and my name was on all 4, there's going to be a problem if he catches on. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
But if they're spaced out far enough, he might not catch on, at least until further on. Yeah, at some point, I think he's got to catch on, right?
Right.
Then again, this is the guy who had a lawnmower, couldn't start, and here his spark plug wire, he didn't even look at it.
It's also very true.
So I don't know that he's always the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't know. Or the sharpest knife in the drawer. Or the brightest light bulb, or whatever you want to use for that. So, what we're going to do, we have 2 1 bucket ones, right? And of course,
okay.
we'll fold these up like this. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 with 2 cups. And they'll be the solo cups. Splash, splash. Right?
Okay, so like fill up a solo cup, dump it on.
Yeah, oh, by the way,
Are it going to be like 2 cups at the same time, or is it going to be like fill, dump, fill, dump?
No, because Kevin's coming tonight. So it can be me and Kevin dumping them at the same time, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so Kevin's coming tonight. Already filled him in by text. Told him everything that's going down. Bring a change of clothes just to make it look good and everything. So we're set. And then we have 6 of these.
Yeah, speaking of which, you're not going to wear those shorts, are you?
Yeah, why not?
Because if, you know, we're setting this up, if you're going to be like doing a challenge to get wet, wouldn't you wear like a bathing suit or something?
No, that's a good point.
Because if you come out with shorts, and it's going to look like you're not.
Yeah, I'll put
really
my
worried
bathing
about
suit
getting
on before we do this, just to make it look like I'm preparing to get wet.
Right.
Good thought. Okay, so.
Should also probably have like towels like sitting on like the backs of chairs outside. Well,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Anyway, so I got to fold all these up, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to staple these randomly. I think we'll put one of these. Wait a second. There we go. We're going to put one of these, I think, up in the top. This is a bucket one, Tom.
Okay.
So I'll just staple that there like that. And then what I'm going to proceed to do, is we take a balloon. This is how I set up the other games when we were doing points and stuff like that. But I didn't know where any of them were. Because after I folded them all up, the papers, I just kind of like mixed them all up. Believe me, if I knew where they were, well, then again, I'm not very good at it.
Right, besides that, you had written them all down a while before that, and then
Yeah.
we couldn't do it because it rained that week.
Yeah. So then I put this through that little lip there, and then I'm going to put this right over there. Now, outside, that'll blow off if there's the slightest breeze, so I have to take a piece of Scotch tape, and then I'll just put this.
But you wouldn't think that would be enough.
But it always is. It's just enough to hold that on.
Yep.
And then that'll be.
Oh, don't step on any of the balloons.
Oh. I know, I yelled at Tom earlier, don't step on one of them balloons!
Yeah, because I went very nicely around him to go close those blinds.
Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I'm very curious to see what Joe's going to catch him on. And when he's going to catch on, you know? Because
He'll probably try to cry foul if both of the buckets get done right away, so you probably don't want to aim for those first.
Well, that's why I think I'm going to put one of the buckets down low, because nobody goes for the low ones right away.
Right.
You know? I wouldn't think so anyway.
But even
I know
still,
I always go up top or the middle ones. But what'd you say?
But even still, what I'm trying to say is that, like, say so he does
that.
get the top one and that one just because that's what they randomly picked.
Yeah, now if Joe gets it, if he pops his own balloon, because what I'm going to tell him is that all of us, like if our name is there, and we pop a balloon that has our own name on it, then we don't have to dump it on ourselves. That one's it's like you canceled it out.
Yeah.
So Joe will be all excited because he'll be like, "Yes, Joe's name's on it." He's going to be all excited because he's not going to have to put it get wet. But yet, every one of them's going to have his name on, so he's getting wet.
Yeah. Yeah, unless like both the buckets get dumped on him real quick, I don't think he'll catch on that quick.
You don't think he'll catch on?
No.
That quick? Maybe, I don't know.
Like I said, like if it's both buckets like back to back or like between two different like rounds, okay, maybe that would be a little suspicious. But
yeah, I don't know if and when he's going to catch on. I would think he's going to have to catch on before all of them are popped, right?
I would assume so, because I can't imagine that he.
You got to come up with like an idea of like because if he does figure out right away. Wait a second, 4 of them were popped because he always looks for a way to win.
That is true.
So if 4 of them get popped and they all said Joe, he's going to be like, wait a second, the next one has to be one of them guys, and then if all of a sudden it's Joe, he's going to know something's up. So. I mean, you're going to have to say something like...
Well, we never said that they were evenly distributed.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to have to say something like that. You're going to have to say like, well, there might be more of somebody else getting buckets, and you just had a lot of lower stuff.
Right.
It's random. You could say that I made like...
It's random, but it's balanced.
You could say that you made like 24 of these things up, or 8 for each person, or 12 for each person, and you mix them all up, and then you just pulled them out of a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Just so
that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah,
I had 30 of them, 10 for each. Just picked them out of the hat, see exactly.
You pick 12 out, and whatever it is, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this way, it's kind of it was even, or it could be skewed more towards one person by luck,
right,
or unluck.
Whichever way you want to look at it.
Whichever way you want to look at it. But this is a little payback from Tom on Joe.
Oh, absolutely, because he deserves it for unlocking my phone like that, which he shouldn't have done, and you really should have stopped him. I'm still a little miffed at you about that.
Yeah, I should have, Tom, but it's like I never really thought that he would get in on it for one. Like, I mean, I can't get on your phone.
You still stood there and let him continue after he did get on, so...
Yeah, but
regardless,
I mean, he got on. It all happened so fast, Tom. Plus, I was drinking, so it was like I wasn't all like. He picked up your phone. He started playing with it. I would have never guessed that he's able to get in. It must be too easy of a little design you have there.
It really isn't, but still, the fact that you didn't stop it. Look, that's beside the point. We're getting him back because really
He
signs
deserves
point to
it.
him being the perpetrator.
And he's the one
overall.
that broke in. I didn't even try to break in on your phone, Tom.
Right. I don't know if it was your idea or not, but
It was not. You saw the video. It wasn't my idea.
fair enough.
So I'm just saying, it's like he wanted to do it. It was his idea. I did look at it, which was a big mistake, and I did not stop him, which was another mistake. But I would have never thought that he was ever going to get on your phone to begin with. Teach you a lesson. Don't leave your phone somewheres, where somebody could get a hold of it either.
I don't think I'm the one who needs to be the one taught lessons here, but
no, I'm just saying. Now you can't trust Joe.
Obviously.
Right? And I'm telling you, I would have never. Have I ever tried to get on your phone ever?
Not to my knowledge.
Right. I haven't. I wouldn't even attempt it because I have no idea what your thing is. I didn't even think that you could see smears on it, that you could see somebody's pattern that way. It's actually kind of brilliant. And it seems to me that maybe Joe has tried this before with somebody.
That was a good point.
Yeah. So anyway.
He's going to get got.
Yeah,
we're going to get him good.
He's going to get got on this. We're going to finish setting this whole thing up and then look forward to seeing that video coming out because I can't wait to see when he puts 2 and 2 together. If he puts 2 and 2 together. He may not.
It's possible.
It's like I said. I mean, dude, who doesn't look at their spark plug wire on their lawnmower?
Yeah.
So, well, let's get busy and then, hey guys, until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink. Put your feet on, relax. I'll meet you at the lounge. And with a new video coming out with Joe all wet.
Classic outro too. Are you feeling nostalgic today?